morning. Everything about that site was great last night, except for the trains. It's kind of near train tracks, and every hour throughout the night, train goes by, blowing its horn and everything. So that just keeps you up. But we got like 8 more miles of road walking, I think, before we hit the trailhead to the next segment. And then maybe 10 miles in from there, I think, is where we're looking at camping. So about an 18-mile day total. What's nice is that we're kind of in a cooling trend for the next couple of days at least. Overnight low last night was like 55 degrees, which is practically freezing to death. It's been like 65 or warmer at night, and I think the high today is like in the low 70s, so it's gonna be awesome. Coming up on a junction, we're gonna take a left to continue east on 64. I think from here we got about 3.5 miles left or so until we get to the trailhead. Well, time for a little sit-down break. Found a nice little shady pull-off with a little bit of a breeze flowing through. Feels very nice. The temperatures have been so warm since we started that it feels so nice right now, being like just 10 degrees cooler. It is really good temperatures. And we're back at it to knock out this last hour of road walking. We finally made it. Done with the road walking. I don't see a sign anywhere, but this should be the start of the Lake 11 segment. It's downright chilly in this forest. The sun's behind clouds, cool breeze coming through. The mosquitoes aren't out. Ugh. Looks like some of the boardwalks out here are in kind of rough shape and falling apart. There was several brand new, nice, fancy ones in the last couple of segments that were really cool. A couple of blowdowns today to maneuver around. It's a pretty rare sight on this trail so far. Really isn't much obstacles in the way. There's more bear tracks in the mud. Some little ones. I got a porcupine. He was right in the middle of the trail and he's going up the tree. This is the first live one I think I've ever seen on a long trail. So cool. Flies are biting my hand while I'm trying to film a porcupine. The cute, goofy looking critters. A fun type of crossing. Several trees are down and it's all kind of overgrown. There's a bit where the blowdowns have been cleared out. I'm always appreciative of the trail maintenance crews. A lot of them are all volunteer and they do good work. It takes a lot to keep the trails clear. These berries are looking about ready to go. You can smell them. They're very sweet. Beavers have flooded us out a little bit. Let's see if we can do this without getting our feet wet. Yeah, I think so. Here's a nice bridge. Beautiful little creek. I think I'm going to top up later. I don't need any water just yet. Coming out to a little dirt road crossing. I think it's a good time and place to take a lunch break. I think it's 11:45-ish or so. And the mosquitoes have come out, so this will be good. With the breeze coming through, get away from mosquitoes for a bit. Done with lunch. I think from here we only got like 6 miles to where I'm looking to camp, right at Lake 11. Looks like there's some decent camping around that area. It is chilly. It's cold today. And it feels like it's only a little above 60, 65 maybe at the most. It's kind of nice. It's good hiking weather. And another little bridge. I think this one's called Beaver Creek. Ugh. That looks similar to the last one we crossed over on a bridge like this. Another bear print, I think. And over there, definitely. Keep running into more and more blowdowns today. Some of them look kind of old, and others have got a lot of green leaves. They look a little fresher. I guess today is the day of the blowdowns. It's been pretty much all clear up to this point, and now we're getting a whole bunch. There's this huge mound of earth and tree roots. Looks like a couple of trees at once, and everything just kind of blew over. So I'm at an area where we can learn a new glacial-related geographical term, an ice-walled lake plain, which is basically, I'm up on a flat hilltop. There's downhill down that way, and it's kind of all flat up here. And from what I understand, as there's like a glacial wall and a lake forms behind it, over time sediment sinks to the bottom of the lake, and then as the glaciers and everything melts away, the lake drains and all the sediment is left over, which forms a large flat hilltop. And that's what this is. Got about 1 more mile to camp. And here we go. Got a sweet little spot. We are at Lake 11. I'm up on just this little ridgeline area overlooking the water. Little breeze coming through is keeping the bugs away. So I think this will work as a very, very nice little camping location. Got the rain fly on because it's a little gloomy out, so we may get some sprinkles of rain and stuff. But I'm hungry and it's time to get dinner going. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just close out here. It's been awesome. We did 18 miles, knocked out the rest of the road walking, and I really like this forested area. This Lake 11 segment is pretty sweet, and we'll see what is in store for us for the rest of the leg as we move our way to the next town of Rib Lake. So we'll see that when we get there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the morning. Morning. I had a great night's sleep last night. It was a good little spot. It's nice and cool and crisp this morning. It's down into the 50s. And I think it's still supposed to be kind of cool, so I don't think it's going to get much warmer than maybe 70 at the most. We'll kind of see how it goes. And we're shooting for like another 17.5 to 18 mile day, I think, something like that. And I think I'm aiming for another like designated campsite on the maps. So hopefully not a stealth site somewhere. We'll see what we can find. There's Lake 11 this morning. Since I entered the Lake 11 segment, it definitely feels more like we're up in the north somewhere. Previous sections have all kind of felt too much like the Appalachian Trail, like somewhere's out in Virginia or southern Pennsylvania. I'm running into more of these backcountry logging roads. And some more sections of the forest that's been thinned out a little bit. That looks good enough for a bridge. Oh, coming out to a little paved road. We cross and disappear back into the woods up on the right somewhere, I think. A walk through the woods is much more enjoyable when you're not getting continuously attacked by insects. Some decent looking water. This is where all the mosquitoes are hanging out. South Fork of the Yellow River. The trail this morning has just been awesome. We're kind of up on this ridge, descending down, overlooks on both sides. It's beautiful. Coming out to a road crossing. I think we're about 5 miles in for the day, so we will take a break here. This should be the end of the Lake 11 segment. And the next one we go into is Jerry Lake, I think. We'll take a little sit down in this pull-off. Done with our break. Time to get back in the woods. And yep, next segment is Jerry Lake. Well, this is supposed to be Jerry Lake, but it looks like just a grassy field. Maybe it's a bit of a swampy mess out there. Well, now I can see some water out there. Jerry Lake. It's a little bit smaller than indicated on the maps and stuff. I like boardwalks. They keep my feet dry. It's such a cool forest. It's gotten more hilly. Little tight ups and downs. Well, I came across a bench, and there's a little hiker register box. I think this is the second one I've seen on trail. So I gotta take a look at that, sign it, and maybe take a little sit-down break. Oh, back on trail. Looks like no through hikers in the logbook for at least the last month. Nice little bridge over the South Fork of the Yellow River. I think we passed one of these before. Nice and wide and flowing. I think I'm gonna work my way down there and freshen up my water. Still following the fork of the Yellow River for a little bit. Those broken trees, a little precarious across the trail. Here's Sailor Creek. I think I'm gonna make my way down there and grab a little bit of water. Top up in just a minute. It's a good looking grove of trees on this side. This would be an awesome little place to set up a camp. Well, I collected my water down by that bridge. I think I'm just gonna sit here for a lunch break. It's about not even 11:30 yet, I think. And I think we got 6.5 miles left to where I'm looking at camping. So I got time to chill and might as well take it. I don't think the mosquitoes are too bad in this current little spot. All done with a nice long lunch break. Time to get back at it. Crossing a dirt road. It's not a new segment, but we're into the Lost Lake Esker Natural Area. Okay? I like these ridgeline walks on top of the Eskers, where you got these drop-offs on both sides. I just ran across a bench here with a little quote on it. To those devoid of imagination, a blank place on the map is a useless waste. To others, the most valuable part. Aldo Leopold. I like that one. Well, the trail's got us down by a marsh. Now it's getting a little swampy. I just crawled through all that. A bad windstorm must have happened here at some point. Lots of down trees. There's been lots of muddy trail the last couple of miles, but I think we're almost to camp. And we made it. Nice little site just off trail. It's kind of a big enough area, fire pit and stuff, but it's kind of a little bumpy. But we're on this little rise overlooking a small unnamed lake just down there somewhere through the trees. And I think that's going to do it for today's hike. We pushed our distance goals, so we're set up nicely. I think 2 days from now we should be getting into Rib Lake. I got to time it to get in there while the post office is still open is the goal. So we're doing good for that so far. But I'm going to get settled in the rest of the way, start cooking up dinner. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.